Look at that cheese melting away there. But this is the meat and potato. People will argue potato and meat. I'm going to go with meat and potato with this. Absolutely brass monkeys. So I'm Steve and this is the Chippy Tour and I review Incognito. So no favoritism. I don't charge for reviews. I don't get free food for reviews. It's all about supporting and promoting our fish and chip shops nationwide. SwiftOrder are supporting me on this mission to celebrate real independent chippies. They're a family-run company helping takeaways offer online ordering without paying commissions. If you'd like to take orders online or you're fed up with paying high fees, SwiftOrder is an easy, reliable platform with one clear, low monthly cost. It's easy to use and it's backed by a UK support team that's always ready to help. Right, okay, we're at John's Chippy in Cadishead. Now this is a popular one with the people around here and we've heard good things about it. So I've been meaning to call down here for quite some time. So they actually make their own pies in-house as well. They actually sell Holland's pies, which are great pies, but they make their own and you can't beat your own pies. You can just see the shop behind us there. The gentleman checking us out. I'm going to get a knife on here because my wife's going to vanish like that proverbial greased weasel I've mentioned once before into the truck. So let's have a little look at this. We've got two pies. I'll leave that one wrapped up a second. Put that on the nice warm plate on a piece of paper. I'm not sure which one this is. It's looking like a cheese. Look at that cheese melting away there. Loads of cheese. That one back in there. This one is a meat and potato pie. So let's have a little look at that before I butcher it. Roasting hot. I'd say it feels like it's just been nuked to warm it up, but this is the meat and potato. People will argue potato and meat. I'm going to go with meat and potato with this. Look at that. And there you go. My wife can vanish now and go and get herself nice and warm because it is absolutely brass monkeys. And I'm going to get stuck into this. Yeah, there's always been a big debate on meat and potato and meat. If it's got more potato than meat, they want you to call it potato and meat. You know what? It's meat and potato. I don't care. Ooh. Absolutely delicious. Yeah, I think I like the pastry a little crispier. The way the cheese is pulling in here. Oh, that's nice. Now, when we were in Scotland, a great chippy, called Hook and Catch, gave us this. They said, this is the brown sauce, the Scottish sauce that people keep talking about, and we didn't know what it was. So I'm going to give it a try. Yeah, it's not your typical chip shop style brown sauce. I'm going to try it on this meat potato pie. Oh, that's a nice combination. You can taste the brown sauce going on in there, but a very vinegary, very acidic brown sauce. That is really, really nice. I'm going to go with more of this cheese and onion. Some cheese and onion pies, the generic cheese and onion pies, are quite often, it's like a liquid. You can't beat real cheese. A bit of Bloody Mary ketchup on this. Lovely pies. £2.50 each. Mushy peas, made in-house. I love it. Finding these little chippies. where they're not getting the recognition quite often. That they deserve. They don't all deserve it, but many of them do. And I think this one, let's check this out. Right, this is their Haddock and Chips. Hello, mate. Sue waited for the order. While I came over here, there was a big van in front of the shop when I was setting this up, so we didn't get spotted. Okay. Okay. It's holding on to the oil a little bit. But it's lovely and crunchy on the outside. Plenty of crunch going on. That is really, really tasty. And I'm going to go with these chips. Shake that open a little bit. Let's go with these mushy peas. They're nice looking, aren't they? They make them in-house. Look at that, a tiny little tub. Passes the peel test. Yeah, they're nice. Lovely and subtle. And this batter is firm enough to pick the peas up with. Let's try with a bit more fish in these peas. Oh, I can certainly see why it's popular with the locals. So where do we stand? There's a lot of chips there. Fish and chips. £7.30. That's Haddock and Chips. Small peas, 90p. Homemade pies, £2.40 each. Cheese and onion and the meat and potato. Total £13. Well, that's a bargain. Definitely a bargain. No doubt someone will have questions regarding the Hells Angels Club in the background. Well, I've no idea, to be honest with you. I think it was up for sale a couple of years ago. I don't know what's happened to it since. I don't know whether it's still being used as a clubhouse. I spoke to a couple of locals. They're not sure. So I've no idea. But it was an interesting backdrop, wasn't it? Let's have a look at these reviews. 3-star. Got fish and chips, but sadly, the batter was soggy. 5-star. Love this chip shop. Always phone my order through as it can get very busy. I absolutely love the bacon, ribs and cabbage, but not always on the specials. I didn't see it. I was looking at their specials and I didn't see bacon, ribs and cabbage, whether I had just overlooked it or not. But it's one of my favourite British foods. It's just heaven. It really is. I mean, the price of bacon ribs years ago, it was often thrown in a soup. It wasn't really considered much of anything. You could get it for next to nothing. I think some places actually threw it out. But now it's really expensive. We're not talking pork ribs. We're talking bacon ribs. And it's a cured bacon. It's a cured pork. And you can go to the butcher's and say you're going to have half a rack or a full rack of bacon ribs. They may or they may not have them. But the older, the traditional butchers will. It's a lot cheaper than the supermarkets. You might find a little strip in a supermarket. It cost you the earth. Go to the butchers and ask them to chop them up for you. And the spicy beef curry with half rice, half chips is lovely as well. Great value and lovely, friendly staff. Mine, 4-star. A fabulous little place with hard-working, polite staff. I ordered the Haddock and Chips with the haddock in a crispy batter. Although slightly oily, was delicious. The chips were fairly crispy with a good internal texture. The mushy peas were just as I liked them, thick, made in-house and subtle in flavour. The in-house meat and potato and cheese and onion pies were also very tasty, though the pastry would have benefited from being a little drier and crunchier. Like I say, I think they may have just been nuked to warm them up. Overall, this is a lovely chippy and well worth stopping by.
cooking in oil, payment cash only, hygiene rating 5, fish reviewed, haddock.
See you on the next one.